and out through your mouth. We're just letting out the worries of the day and focusing on your breath and focusing on your heart and just bringing it down, sinking slowly and slowly further and further into your seat. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to clear and align the chakras, clear out energy which doesn't belong. Ina turumai na sitrumana ina kisrai turumana ina laina tu sarai tumana ina tir kunala itu sarai maina tumaina ina lina turasarai tumaina. Bringing now the energy up from Mother Terra as we are on her now, bringing it up and activating the root chakra, opening and aligning. Ina tuturamaina sitrasainai, ina lina turana kaina unna sarai, ina tisarai tumaina, ina lana tisarai numar, ina tisarai motusronai. Bringing now the energy further up still as we now open up the sacral, bringing this beautiful energy online, bringing that feminine energy online. Ina talana torsai na timaina, ina titura sutramaina, ina laya tosai na tuasa. Ina tisara mai timai tuarata, ina lara tisarai tuaranar, ina turum misarai tuar. Bringing now the energy further up still as we now open and unlock the solar plexus, opening and activating lotus flower within us as it absorbs any lower frequency energy that needs to and brings in this beautiful light, bringing this powerhouse of knowledge and knowingness. Itu mai trasina ilaina tuar, inatina timaina, inalisarai tuar mina, inatimai tuani trasaina, inalara tina tuasai, inantito mara timar, inaikarai luar, inasara timaranar. Pulling now the energy further up still as we now open and unlock the powerful heart chakra, opening and joining the love and compassion, understanding, opening that beautiful resonance of love and bringing it up further still. Inatimatra lalai tuaranir. Timatri sarai tumar inai tumai ti sarai tumar inali turmanyana ti sarai tumar inir inalina ti sarai tuamarina tuar inalaya tu sarai timari tumar yati turmanyana ti sarai tuarmanyananar yasi tursimalai tuaranar. Bringing out the energy further up still as we bring it up and unlock the throat chakra, opening that beautiful truth and resonance, opening up that beautiful ability to speak your truth, understand, acknowledge truth, hear it, and just realize truth. Kisramia turumita srimiarinir, Isaratu tumarina tumar, Timak tursi turmina itaratimai tuar, Nalai taino ti tumar, Nasi tumari sai tuar, Yati timir kumir kinyarinir, Usarmir isurainair, Yati turusuru tumarinyar, Natia tumari sai tu. Bringing up that beautiful energy further still as we now open and unlock the all-seeing eye, the third eye, that beautiful pineal gland, allowing for connection to your higher self and your astral self to come in. Ito saikwe timari sari tuarini larimar, ina timari sai tuarinyar, ina liiti sarai tumarinar, iniriti sarumar, ina liatu sarai na tumar, iti maila ti sarai nawar, ina karinyar. Nyar umornyar inainum nyar inasaitum nyar. Bringing that energy further up still as we open and unlock the crown chakra, opening and allowing your higher density selves to come forward, allowing your celestial body, your etheric body, into your soul body to become as one, compressing down into this multidimensional being that you are. Itutasnai tumari sarai tuarnir, inalit mai lalai suatar, itusai kunetimai tuasimiator, inili tumari sarai tumari mir, Isareti, sareti, 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 markuri, sari, itari, torosumiri, saretur, tirti, tamari, nyanyuir, isaretum, yarigir, Taking a deep breath in, we're going to bring that energy further up still as we now open and unlock the etheric chakras, bringing down that connection to God Source, opening and unlocking this beautiful energy, allowing it to come down and to connect to all the chakras, bringing them online fully, allowing all energy to set into a 0-point resonance. Ito akimira kasaya. Ilalai mina, ilalai no ai no saratir, inakin miar sorum miar, inalai natir torum nina side, inatimara kunali miar sirat, inatisrai to marin mar. Now we're going to take a deep breath, and I want you to hold this one, and you're going to straighten your spine, bring your tummy all the way to your spine, tighten those muscles, and we're going to hold it, bring some kundalini. Itar kasar warmar, yasai aukar. Inay aswa, yakwar nyar, inasa, ikwa nasar, inawa, inakwa nyasar, inaranal, inaranwasar, inaram nyasar, inaram nyarasur, inaram nyarasur, inaram nyarasur, akimyorum nyaranya, inatar nyasur, yatia tumar, inalay tuar nyarasar. Bringing out this fire of energy, the blue flame, allowing it to now clear out any energy, any denser energy which doesn't belong, as it is in alignment for our highest timeline, for our highest good. Ita makai suatim nyara nyar, isari nalai, itiru menik sarim nyara nyesurum, inaturum nyeserim nyarle yotumaran, inakito surum nari saralan, itaram nyeru saram nyaranar, inatuan nyerkur. Ituturum nyasa, itarnyo suaranar, inalaya sua, inatu suanai, arakira tuaranyar, inalasai tuar, inanai wanai, inakarki noaran, itarakusar timar, inatir kunaralai, tip kunayatai, inatiai. Allowing now the meridian lines to come online as they become in alignment. Inakusai, inatua nyar. Tiatuma, inasa atima, inala ituma, inasa ito, utun, aligning our frequencies with Mother Terra, allowing these higher energies as we cement into the new earth, bringing in and calling on her energy. Itum, itam, timatum, itam, ituman, itum, tipam, timbum, tim, tumbam, tim, tumam, tim, tuman, tum, tum, tim, 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 Tima ati sai tua, inalai nai na tuarnir, isai kura manai, inalai no turu kiranai, inatu sai tuarnir, inalara tia tuar, inalara tiwa tuar, inalai tuarnir, isai tu, isani tuar, inakurma, inaturum nyasar, inalaya, inawamianai, inakikumaya, inatisaraya. As we now set intentions, bringing forth the highest disclosure line, bringing forth, allowing it to junction together, allowing it now to integrate fully, bringing forth the highest timeline as it is in alignment where our highest good and our highest timeline comes in, and it's the highest disclosure timeline, cementing that in, allowing for connection, allowing for download, allowing for integration. Ti ukuma atisa ito anya, inaku utuma ati sa aina, inati atukuma ati sa aina, inala itumaina, timana tituru sumaina, ilitu anar, ineti saray tumana ti saray tumar, ilino tu saray no tumayati, inala ti tumana ti saray tur, inati saray tumana li tumaran, inati saray turuman li tumar, inati saray kumaranyar, inali tumarina saray tur, inali maturmar yino sumarin, inakina tumarini tuasay. Allowing now the architects to come through as they will now adjust things in the simulation, adjust things in the matrix. Inatare kumarena yana, inasai tuane ala, inalaina. Thank you, Antarians. Inatosai na ino anale, inalaina ana, inakoro miana si tuara ki sarana, inatamaina na tu sarai. Now calling on the elementals as we bring forth beautiful foundational energy, beautiful ley lines, and beautiful grid working, as we now bring in this beautiful foundation for this highest disclosure timeline. Inakoro kunaya sartimar, inalaya tusod, inakayo anay, inalaya natimanay, inakusara kunar, inaliya tuatasa, inatay na. As we now work on the root chakra for the collective, allowing any fear, allowing any kind of distrust, any doubt in themselves, in their abilities, allowing that all to clear as we now set the foundation for empowerment, allowing for that beautiful foundation to continue to rise as we build this beautiful timeline. Ita tuma ita itomana itoma inakum itaman inatu na inatuma atum inakum na tumat inatuma ikuman isa omarna ina kumar inakum tum akanam tum tekamai tum nakum titom tam kanai kum tum nakum tumai tum kana aknaka nukum na ata nukunuma atimakum inakum nakuma na working now up onto the collective, into the sacral, allowing this beautiful energy of creation as we now step forth with this empowerment, letting go of releasing of all of those fears and doubts, stepping into your power, taking action to create, Inatu utu aina asietu, Irnaya kur, Romna kwa, Romna, Rnisarum, Romna, Risarumna, Romnyata, Romna, Rasum, Rna, Romna, Rasom, Ria, Romna Karwa, Nakarumna, Anakwa, Romna, Rnayurum, Rnarumna, Rnakuma, Risomna, Ainakumna, Nakumnaya, Risoa, Anar, Ruma, 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 Ramnaya, Risoa, Ainomna, Anaya, Omna Sura, Iromna, Inarisoromna, Myakanarum. Bringing now the energy further up now as we go into the sacral of the collective, the solar plexus of the collective, as we now bring and transfer that energy up higher, opening up this powerhouse of knowledge, of knowing, of discernment, of being able to see through lies and deception, being able to see the truth as we clear out any deceptions, clear out any fog, and allow the truth to be what it is, to see the darkness for what it is, to see the light and recognize it, and to realize that they're all part of the same process, two sides of the same coin. Inatima atusar, inatutumar, inatimatum, inati saramtum, tim damaitun, tim damaitun, timati saramitusum, timatum, tisamatum tum, ataisuatum, inakumniasum, timnaitum, inatumaitum, yakimaitum, yasaituanmum, inatum, timaatam. And now we're going to bring up into the heart of the collective, allowing this beautiful energy to step forward for that love and compassion for all beings, the love and compassion for every places and everybody's journey, allowing that freedom, allowing that choice, and also allowing the understanding for that everybody is in different places, allowing that to come through as we continue to build this beautiful timeline. Allowing that unity to come through. Ituma akaya temai tisar nyar inasurum nyar inati sahakuar nyar inaliatun tumna kumar nyir itumna sumna inatumna sumar nyir itutur kumar nyir italalu satu atupinai isanmur inakusumar inati turumurumir isarumir itumnyai kumarinir. Bring now the energy further up still as we now open up that truth and resonance of the collective, allowing for people to speak their truths, allowing for darkness to speak only truth, to tell us exactly what they're doing, to tell us and show us exactly what we're doing, and for us to see the truth, hear the truth, speak the truth. Ikumar ha swa ya swarnya ha ya swa inaya ikwa itoa ita isa ikwa inaya inoa ita haisa ya usa ya hatua ya wa ya Bringing now the energy further up still as we now open and unlock the third eye, allowing our gifts of the collective and the gifts of all to be fully in their process as it is in alignment for the highest timeline, for the highest good, or gifts to come on, to be undoubtable, recognizable the instant they see it, allowing all of that to come through as clear as day, as clear as night. Itu itimaya tuar. Bringing now the energy further up still as we now open and unlock the crown of the collective, allowing for this connection to their higher selves, allowing the connection to source and all their higher density selves, all of our galactic brothers and sisters to be seen, for they are here already. Motherships have already landed. They are already here. We need to bring forth that energy to allow others to see what we see, to feel what we feel, to acknowledge, even to their deepest shadows, to acknowledge that this is the highest disclosure timeline. We are on it, and so it is. Itua timar nyar, isayetu, timai timasiritu mari kunalai tuaranyir, itulumya trasai tu tua timar, inalietu sumari tumar, itu timaya sayatuar, inayetu mia surayatunar, itumare tumir tuar sunar, itumare tisai tuaranyir, itu rukumar isar, inali tumar isuar, itu mitu asai tu tuar, itu asi tu na tuar, ina tu sumar itu tuar, inala itu akimai tuarnya, ina saya tuarnya. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, we're going to now rush it out. Letting now, releasing anything which doesn't belong, shaking out your spine, relaxing a bit, sinking further into your seat, shaking out any tense energy as we now release any of those doubts and fears from the collective, allowing some transmutation to take place. Ita inai tusai ina kuat ina sa tuarna ina lai mai ina kuana. Severing any connections which don't belong to this highest disclosure timeline, severing and disconnecting any cords which don't belong to this higher timeline. Itagwa, tisaya, tisaya, kimaitaya, inaswata, inalaetuarnia, yakama, inasarnia. Utuana etara kina sarnia inaturmnya itumnar tina tunumnar timaratumnar timarantumnar nisana timakunumana timana timanunusumana inala inasumna inatutumana inasuruma inaturumana numasumana inalayutu nalama inanumna nilanama inasumna inamana inarama isumana. Bringing out a lot of gratitude and a lot of compassion, just bringing on a lot of that energy as we now bring in a lot of forgiveness, allowing us to forgive ourselves, allow ourselves to forgive others, allowing this forgiveness to extend to all, even those in the darkness, for we are grateful that they've served their place in the dark where they illuminated the light. Inatu tuma asia tuar, inatumna, 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 inalumna, inalumna, inatumna, dumanum, 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 inaali ay tuwa sa atuman, inalay na wanay, inakumna, inakumnay na, inaluma, inarakuanaya, inaumnaya, inanuhanay, inalumniwayna, inalumay, ituanum, itumna, 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 ikaino tuwai tuwani saranyay, inaluma, itumana suarnir, inakwa inala, ay asay, unuwa, inaumnay atuanay, inakumana. In calling forth and activating all of those with wings as we bring out our wings, allowing this extra boost of energy and power, bringing forth as we now wheeze and bring this energy, bringing this breeze and flying and pushing, and we're just pushing all of the energy which doesn't belong as we now cleanse any of these kind of energies that are settling over the collective. We want to bring forward nothing but the highest energy, nothing but the most resonance and frequency as is in alignment with this higher disclosure timeline.
clearing away anything that which doesn't align, any journeys, closing all extra timelines that no longer resonate. Itam, itumai, tum, ikaima, itum, ikaima, itisa, min, itukuma, itaima, naila, inasur, marisa, inalai, nai, tua, mir, inala, mir, nur, inai, mira, nuar, inasaya, tuar, ini, nayain, inanum, nainum, inanum, nainai, inanum, naisumanumai, inalainitum, yailumaitum, inalumaitum, inalumaitum, itakumaisai, inakumniatuar, inalaitum, inasumnai, inatumananitumar, inasunum, inasunum, inasum, inatum, itum. Bringing now a bright light to illuminate the shadows, for nothing hides on this timeline, for this is the timeline of disclosure, the releasing of knowledge, the releasing of truth. The most ultimate on high truth and knowledge comes forth. There in most plain sight, no matter what dimension, we see it for what it is with all seeing eyes. Timai kai tuarasi tuarnir lumyatra sai tumaso marinaina itu sakunai tumari tomar itu marusum maraturum numaratum tumaratum timaikum timaitum tisaimun timaitum itum timai tuasa inalahu nahumar suar inasuar inakumai itai utumar inaresimar inalunyaran yesu inanuaran allowing this acceptance to come through, acceptance for this journey. For it will be a little jarring, but it will be of pure love. It will be of pure truth, allowing that disclosure to come forward, for us to see through that, allowing for us to see all the pathways, and allowing us to choose the highest one on a day-to-day basis. This knowledge comes through, so it is. Ituma ituasa, inalimai, itaimalai nuitimar, inalimiatu tumalimiatum tumar, inimiatu saitu animar, inaliatu sumar, inalumituar, inakisai tu amiarar, inatumai tisar, inalmisum nikumaranyo, inatisaina, inalayotia, inalayotuan, inalumnyasa, inakumnayum, inasum, itumnasum, yakuwa, inakuanya, inatum nasu, yakwasa, inaona, aquana, haiswa, inaiwa, yakwana, sa, inawan, inahunoa, ayahan, inokuana, inaya, inawai, inawana. Allowing people to no longer be able to lie to themselves, allowing now the truth to be seen, personal truth, truth and clarity of the collective, truth and clarity of the darkness, truth and clarity of the light, truth and clarity of vibration, frequency, healing, all of the areas which need to expand. Allow them to expand with that truth and clarity. Itum, itai, tum, hai, sua, inai, usua, inai, inawai, inai, inuaya, yaiswai, inaya, akua, inaya, uasa, inailai, ituana, this beautiful divine feminine energy, allowing that to bring forth and mate with the divine masculine, allowing that energy to create the yin and yang, working in perfect harmony together, reseating and reorganizing, bringing now the Holy Matriarch forward as we now flip and bring back the inverted patriarchy, bringing it and pulling it back to the righted up matriarchy as we now bring forth and letting the divine feminine to lead and continue to create that highest timeline, create all of the beautiful things which need to be there, allowing it to create that sacred space, create all of that energy and to destroy, for that is the feminine's right, to destroy what it has created, allowing that beautiful sacred energy to then destroy which doesn't belong in this timeline as we have now shifted and ascended to the highest timeline. Itai watnai, hai kwasa, ha kuanai sa, inai lua, nikua mai nana, indakuru marinaya, inakum nai nanain, ninan nanum, ninan nanum, ninan nanum. Nani num nan, ni nani nan, ni nanum 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 nan. Allowing others to recognize that sound and vibration are what creates. For it is in the word, it is in the vibration, it is in the frequency for which we continue to maintain the highest timeline. For we must align thoughts, feelings, words, and actions to manifest and continue to manifest as we continually go upwards on this projection for the highest timeline, for this higher disclosure timeline. Allowing now that sacred energy of what information was lost to us to come online as it becomes more apparent that we are going back to the old times, but not the old times that were inverted, but the sacred times where we were sacred times where we were divine, sacred times where we are the divine, where we embody the divine, where we push out the divine, we create the divine. Itumani sumna, timani tumai, itumani tumai, tumari tisanai, tumari tisanai, tumara tumanai, tusumati manai, tumara kinumnai, timasumnai, timalumnai, iturumna, tisarumna, itamarumna, isumumna, inalumna, isarumna, inakururum, iturumnara, itayasumnara, ikumalituma, isaratumnumna, inumaninumna. Ikayan tumari ni suarinyan, inalumay tusum, itumarisum, itumarisum. Allowing now of all our sacred galactic family, interdimensionals, extra-dimensionals, beautiful high frequency, beautiful high density beings to come forward, lending us their support, lending us their energy as we now make the final push into the last kind of bit. We now make the final effort, rejuvenating and refilling and reflaming our inner flame as we now rise higher, pushing energy higher, encircling Mother Terra, bringing forth this energy, activating the core. Itumnai tuatamai, utumai tumai na, itumnai tumai na, itusa tuamnai, inatumanai kumai, itumai tumai, itasai numar, itumat tumar, inaya tumar, isunay tumar, tumnay tumar, itamay tumar, itumay tumar, ituma kumar, ituma tumar, itusum numar, itumar tumar, ikuma tumar, itumat tumaran, isar kumarin nyayu tuaran. Taking now the energy and power from the sacred stargate of the Rodondans, bringing that down, that diamond energy, as we now unlock that stargate as it opens now. We are now shifting and closing any lower stargates from the lower timelines that no longer serve this higher timeline of Mother Terra. Ikumai, itimai sai tuarnier, inalum intumarnier, tumai tu sai tumai tumarnier, utumai natimai tusum, itumara timai lamar, inatu somnaina, intumai atisaino, inala itumai sar, inakumarnya suainaya, inatumai nasiwanaya, inakonai nasuan, inakuai nasuman, inalia tuar smar, inayutuma inasuan nirmar ina, itumar ilmar, inakuna inainuar, inaturukunurumay nutumanum, itumarum nir, tumnam 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 tumna, isarunya nuar, inalonaya nuar, inalonaya, inanuan, inamniawan, inonyowanay, ayangwan, ayawana, inahom, inawan, yakumay, inaya, nyawa, inahunu, inuwa, inamunyo, nuwa, nainoana, inone, umnyay, inayon, inona, inana, wa, ina, una, inoana, ina uma, wanyewa, ina ina umna, ina umna, ina umna, ina kumna, ina kumna, ina kumna, ina tima, ina tuma, ina tumna, ina tumna, ina tumna, ina tum, ina tum, 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 timakum nyasa ina uno nai kum ina luanai ina kusuna ina laina iwanai ina kumana ina tutuma ina tumtuana ina tumnya tuat ina suana ina sumwai. Bringing now forth, calling this iridescent flame as it is the joining of all the flames, of all the lights, of all the higher densities, of all the beings, all of that energies and good intentions, all of that higher light intention, bringing forth that beautiful prism flame as it now opens and then unfurls, casting this beautiful crystalline shell. As we now pull forth and protect this timeline, we will now encase this timeline and protect it from hijacking, protect it from any lower frequency energies, any NAA which may be trying to hijack it, any other beings which may trying to hijack it that don't have the alignment for the highest timeline, for the highest good. Bringing and unlocking and unfurling this energy around the timeline as it protects. We will now seal it together and now calling forth all of the energy from your higher density selves as we now pull this energy tight and protecting like a second skin. Ituma atisay tuar nirai alaya tuar inasur ni sarani timarasi turmana lito simaitur tina tu sai na litur mayanai tuli tu sun tisai tuar ina tu ekimarini itu mare suana isu ina tu sun ina tu numae sun ina kumna ina sum ina tu sumana itur ina la itur ina la itur ina la itur. Forged now in the fire of the elementals, fire of the elemental dragons, bringing forth and cast like iron around it, for it is now protected, it is now sealed, allowing that energy to be welded shut and firmly protected.
ina nawaran, inasuwa, numna, inaina, inaiwa, inawai, itu anay kuanmai, inanoa, inawunisai, anay nuan. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and releasing atu, inalamai, inaunai kuaranai, inakuanai. Allowing now this energy to just move through us a bit as we now soften again, relaxing any tense muscles, allowing now the energy to dissipate, allowing it now to just burn away and just be replaced and renewed as we transmute it into fresh new energy. Allowing that to recharge and bring up our spiritual batteries, allowing now this energy to be fully now into our celestial bodies, our etheric bodies, and our soul bodies, allowing this energy to now refresh us as we continue forward, pushing through into the final lap. Itum, itai sama, inalmiatu, inasurutu, surutu, inatu maranai, inatu maranai, analai noetimar, inalai atum, inatumna, inanainum, inatum, inalumaintum, inasun, numaranai, inakuanai, inaluatuanai, inakumasai tuanai, inanai anai, itu suru kusuru usuruma, inalai utur, alano mainalum, inalaitum, manayum, ilaitum manayum, tamum, tanumayum, tumanumayum, tumanumayum, tinayulayum, manumayinayum, namun, taminalayum, tuminalayum, tumanumayum, allowing now this connection to all of the star seeds and all of the beings as they are on the side of the light, allowing that connection for that unity, for we are all one and we are all in this together, and we are all connected, for we are never alone. And as we now call upon the joint energy, allowing it to enfold us and bring this beautiful energy that then recharges us and carries us forward, allowing now this to fill us again as we now go for the one final push. We will now close and forever let go of those lower timelines as we burn off those branches of the lower sick branches which no longer align, as we burn that off the tree of life, for they no longer serve us. Returning energy now back to source, allowing the highest energy and vibrational to send it back with love and gratitude. Ituma isimailai tuarnier, ina tuarnier, isurumar kusarmi suatai tua, itulumia tua siala tu saina, iatai tua timata tumain, ilimatu sumanali, inatumala inatur, tisana timar, Kinarataya tumumaya timar, inimanimar, nimar, inaturu tusur, inalanu atusur, inalayu tusur, kaino anaidum, itum num naidum, tumaya tum num mana, kumaya tat. Nasutuara la nayatar inakumasu. inaltua suar, inalai umnanai suanai, inumana kitumanai, initutu tailai tuharaniarai, inakai suainai, inakutu hatawentai, inalai turunuana, inakurainai tuhana, itupai tisa turmin tupai, inatia tuana, inakuna tima. Tukuna tu makina kutukaino tukutukaino to takuna tukuna kutukuna to nakun tukutukai to nakun makana to tukutukai to tukutik kitkana to tukutukai to tukuna kun tukutukai to mai tukutukai to tikana kun tikana to ito kana tung kitukutukai kun tukuna to tum tikana naka ai kuna na to inokana inakutu ai to na to inokana to
Bringing now this beautiful, lovely energy as brought forth by the fairies as we now bring in some love and laughter and allowing that joy. Joy because we chose this path and we are now on the path that we've chosen. Having joy and gratitude for we are here, we made it. We are on the disclosure timeline. We are moving forward to our highest timeline. Everything we've been working forward, all of the blood, sweat, and tears through all of the years, your work is finally paid off. It is here. You've aligned with that highest manifested timeline. You will continue forward and you will carry that energy. So have fun, have joy, laugh, and continue to carry forward and picture everything which is the highest timeline, and do not focus on anything dark. Do not let any distractions dissuade you from your highest timeline. Stay on this vibration and frequency and have joy and have laughter and have love and just have compassion and just have this beautiful happy energy about you as you carry it forward. Itumara nisa inalaya tuar inalina tu miasar inalayo kumainai inatibai tu atimar inati sarai tur inatur mina nuturu sur inaturu mai turu surai taratur inalono nuai tur inaturu suatur inatua suratur inalai tu semanai tu anai inalumai tu suanir inoturupur inaranir. All truth has been disclosed. All truth is here. We just have to open our eyes to it. For it has all been released. All the knowledge, all the history, it is set forth. It has been released. We just have to have eyes to see. Now we have eyes to see. So see, see, see. Itu etima lumiata ituar. Inalumiatua ituar. Ilahi ituar nianai. Inakutu suatai. Inalai suanyar. Inakumai tua. Inalai kwa naya. Inatumaina. Isaya tayat. Nuan mai. Inakaina mai lai. Iana. Ianaya tua. Ia tua nai. Anaya. Inaloa. Inaka. Inayawasa. Inawai. Inawanai. Asatuan. Taking a deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Waswa. Itatua. Inalaina. Inaluinai. Inakumai. Taking another deep cleansing breath in through your nose and releasing. Tua. Inalai. Inalaiwa. Inalainuana. Inakwa. Inatituana. Inaiwana swa. Inakuana.
inatua, ita, ina unusu, ina unu asuna, ina ituana. Slowly now coming back into your body. Slowly now coming back. Everything is lit up in your world, even with your eyes closed. Everything is full of this higher vibrational energy. Everything is full of this Mother Terra energy. Allowing that now to carry forward as you see what you're meant to see, as you know what you're meant to know, as you feel what you're meant to feel, as you hear what you're meant to hear, as you speak what you're meant to speak, as you carry forth and share energy as you're meant to carry forth and share energy. Tat nimatai inatutuana itum tuanai inaranai inaranai uana su inasuana inatuanma inatumnoa nikumma inatumna itumna ino ninosua ninosuna. Slowly now coming back to your body. Slowly taking deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth and in through your nose, and focusing on your heart rate, releasing in through your nose, slowly coming back to now. Slowly coming back to your body. And slowly coming back to your mind. Slowly awakening. Nya tuanai, nuasai, inalaina, inuanai, ikai kusona, inatutua, niwanai. And slowly when you're ready, come back to the here and now. Come back to the divine where we are in the now. And slowly when you're ready, opening your eyes. Let me clear my throat. Thank you. Okay. So usually after these meditations, we talk about, if anybody saw anything, what came through, what you felt, anything you want to say. So we'll just take this time to do that. I'm going to take a minute to kind of collect my energy back. It kind of went a bunch of different places, so I'm just going to kind of call things back a bit. So if anybody wants to pop on and say like what you saw, what you felt, you'd be more than welcome. You can pop on and go whenever you want.
I know for me, it started out with a lot of tingling on my scalp on my right side. But once we got into things, I was seeing all sorts of crazy crap, I'll be honest with you. But what really stuck out to me is when the architects were there. I could see them. They looked like praying mantis to me.
Yep.
And it
Yep.
was just
That was
billions of
them.
them. And
Yep.
and then I mean that was just one of many things. But towards the end, when you brought in the second wave of when we got up to the third eye and crown the second time, I started seeing I was just drawing myself a picture. It was like this very thin being, very thin white light being. You could see a little bit of distortion at the head to make it look like a head, so it was a little wider. and there was two legs coming down, and it just kept getting super golden white on me, and it would just kept coming in and out, but it kept doing it. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like it. It was awesome.
Yep.
It was awesome.
That's amazing. So that's kind of how when you're seeing beings that are really, 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 really high density, sometimes they kind of come in that way because it doesn't carry over to our density very well. So even when you're seeing them, sometimes you don't see them in their true form because it's difficult to see them at that density, especially if you have no frame of reference in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you've never seen anything like that before. So sometimes like the brain has, kind of tries to put in, the human part mixed with like the etheric parts, and sometimes it translates a little bit like that. But yeah, you saw the Antarians for sure, for sure, for sure. There was also blue rays. There was also the Aeon beings. There was also some the Lumerians, and the transcended Lumerians came in. There was the Keela Avian. There were so many different beings, like so many. I had trouble keeping up with like who was who because people were just like popping in, and it wasn't like there wasn't there was an order or it was out of order or anything like that. It was more like it was just like the energy. There was a lot of energy that needed to be lended to everybody, to the collective, because we were doing a lot. Yeah, so I'm very happy that you saw all that, because that's amazing. And you probably saw some things you're going to think about, and it will probably, so if you think of anything, please say it, because I'm telling you, you're going to say something that other people have saw, other people have felt, or we're seeing at the same time. So
Well, the only other thing I'd say, it's new to me. I usually see things when I'm meditating, but one of the interesting things that I saw was it was almost, I'm trying to describe it as like it looked like if you had straw laying on the top of a blue light,
mhm,
but it was
mhm,
inverted. So the straw
mhm,
was here, the blue light was coming through it.
mhm,
So I don't know. I mean, it was the brightest, like deepest blue, almost like your background on
mhm,
your Zoom.
mhm. Yeah,
This blue
yeah.
light coming through. I'm not sure exactly what that was. Um,
We
I
we
saw something I've never seen before, so it was awesome.
did we have you done a report with me before? You have,
Yeah.
right? Haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you have Blu-rays in your report, or one of the or AN beings or something in your report? One of the light beings from the waypoint station? Do you remember?
Ah, boy, I don't remember. I'll have to go back and and refresh my
Well,
memory on it, Nina.
yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I do have access to your report, but while I'm doing that, we're gonna let James go because he's got his hand raised,
Sure,
and
absolutely.
we'll see what he saw here. 'Cause I have your report right here. James, did you want to go?
Yeah, so I saw a lot of like lights, energy, moving around, pulsating. Uh, I saw and envisioned, my Capella self, Blue Avian, Aquila, of course, Antarian. And the last was hugging my Lyrian Vegan self.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And did you see what they were doing, or did you see like anything happening, or feel any kind of sense of direction of what was going on with that?
Well, I just saw all the energy going out and it's vibrating and then going to all, pushing love to any and every person I've ever contacted, met, or any negative interactions. I pushed out love towards all of them, forgiveness, just, nothing but calmness and just letting go of anything that wasn't beneficial for me, positively, energetically, and just really let that just the love just consume me, and then be like a healing type energy to go out and heal all, or try or attempt to heal all, and probably I probably but get them to see that, our advanced brothers and sisters are here, and truly be able to see them and feel them and know everything's okay. They're here for us to help us ascend.
Yeah. There is no try. There was only do. Okay, so don't think in
Well,
that terms. Think in you. You are. You already are. So the energy is out. That pushing of the energy was healing. So yeah. Good. Good. Awesome. Anybody else want to share or come forward?
You know me, I see so many. I actually channeled a lot of new different light languages because we were
Me too.
connecting in a elevated space. Yeah, I heard you. I was like, oh yeah, we're channeling some very beautiful light languages. One thing that struck me just beautifully was I got to see all of these different constellations and then
Mm-hmm.
connecting with different beings from various constellations. And the one thing that really stood out, and they came twice, was energies from Ursa, what is it, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. Those two
Mm-hmm.
constellations, like it was like a unit, and they were like pew pew, and I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Whatever we need to do in full support of Terra. It was
Yeah.
amazing. I've never connected. I don't know what beings or energy are from there, but they are here to assist with strongness. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, and I want to say the Ursa, let's see, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. I want to say Capella is one of them, but you know, Capella. I kept getting a lot of the Agarthians too, and that they are technically connected to the Ursa. I want to say I always forget, I get them confused, but I want to say it's Ursa Minor, and then
Yeah.
also, let's see, I actually have.
It was, yeah, because when you said Agarthians, I was connecting with them too, because I was doing a lot of work with Terra. It was just amazing. I wish I can illustrate everything, but that must have been because the Capella, yes, but they were like, no, it's not, that wasn't the energy. It was definitely
Yeah,
whatever. I guess you could say ancestral energies with the
yes,
Agarth.
there was a lot of that. There was a lot of that like ancestral energy, but I was getting so many different beings that also don't usually come forward, don't usually like take the center stage, but that were. And so that was really, really cool. I really liked that a lot. I was really surprised. So I'm sure, and I don't think anybody necessarily has them. They're not the type that are incarnating here at this time. They're not that, but they're here and assisting. So that was the beautiful part. It was almost like we had to have our higher density selves here to lend kind of be the bridge between to these other races that are like coming forward and assisting us during this time. So that was, yeah, there was just a lot. There was a lot going on. I'm still like trying to like wrap my brain around everything that we saw. Um, awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Nudie. Um, did anybody else want to say anything?
I'll step up.
Okay.
um, I saw I saw a lot of pillars of light, like lights coming up, and also you said diamond light, and the whole world went into
Mm-hmm.
one big light and straight up.
Mm-hmm.
I saw grids there was like a net all the way around the world. And the more you
Mm-hmm.
talked, I felt more of the ancestors in Agartha. I felt so
Mm-hmm.
much of the Garthians coming in. My
Yeah.
light language was off the wall too. I couldn't stop it. It just kept just
Mm-hmm.
pouring out. It was crazy. I
Yep.
was over here having a party with ancestors. It was like crazy who was coming in, the amount of energy. My crown felt like it was, I don't know, like I felt it was so wide. It was so
Mm-hmm.
strong and wide. And the pillars of light
Yeah.
just kept shooting up, and the grid around the world was just lit up this
Yeah.
net. And it just got stronger and stronger. The more you did light language, the stronger my light language got, and the stronger it got. It was just unbelievable. And it collated to everything you said. It just kept going with it
Mm-hmm.
and getting bigger and stronger. It was amazing. Amazing. The
I
pillars of
love
light
it.
were just empowerment. It just like whoop,
Y-
went up,
You
and then
were
it just
all helping. You were all your higher selves were all helping from everybody here. Like I need you guys to understand that. Like all your higher density selves were
ancestors
here
came
stepping
in.
forward,
Everybody
lending.
was, yeah, they were
Mm-hmm.
all, it was like almost like all the celestial beings and all the ancestors were holding hands around the world, around it, and they were the grid.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just
Yep.
listening to us as we were pouring into it. It was extraordinary.
Yep.
Extraordinary.
Love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Does anybody else want to come forward? Say anything?
I will agree with Vicky. The Pillars of Light was really, I didn't mention that obviously, but I had a similar thing happen several times throughout.
Yeah, and the pillars of light are really the central race, aka the archangels. So that's how they appear, is pillars of light. This new age of archangels having like feathered wings and stuff is actually something that they come into lower density to appear that way, but in their true form, they're just pillars of light. So they're the highest, purest form of that supernova energy. So they're very, very powerful. And does anybody else want to share? Don't be shy, because this is the time to come forth and share whatever you saw. I know some people put in the chats, yes, there were cetacean beings, there were mermaids, there were elementals, hydras for sure. I mean, they really came out full force too, because of we're in the year of the snake right now. Avians, Lyrians, I mean, you name it, they were there. I'm sure you guys heard it in the light language. Of course, the Antarians, the let's see, who else? Who am I missing? A lot of the Agarthians, Lumerians, even, believe it or not, even the Atlanteans were there. There was kind of that energy of like that ancestral energy coming forth, but it wasn't like your traditional kind of high priestess type. It was more like the general people, the general populace of Atlantis coming forth here.
When you were talking in Antarian, I didn't realize I'd actually talked like that before, and didn't even know it. I was like,
yeah,
I've done that. What? And I was like,
yeah,
wow. So I guess I do, or I've already had that. People to talk like that.
yeah. Yeah, their light language is really interesting, because it's very, it's kind of insect-like, it's a bit insect-like.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I channeled that, I was just like, well, that's interesting. I didn't know I could make that noise, but okay. But yeah, I mean,
Of course,
yeah,
it's my
it
origin, so
can,
why wouldn't it?
yeah, it's your origin. Yeah. So that's amazing. I love that you recognize that. So don't, let that come forth more and more. Was anybody else having anything come through? Anything different? Anything that was, kind of unusual that you might think, Charlene?
It was just a lot of energetic activations. Like I got chills and goosebumps like throughout my body, all throughout. And then when we were sealing the shield, I could feel everybody standing with us. And I actually saw like dragons breathing fire to solidify
Yeah.
the shield. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
And
pretty cool.
it was not, it's not, when I said that, it is not like, I'm sure you guys probably didn't picture this, but it's not like fire breathing dragons that are physical. These are elementals. These are elemental dragons. They are these beautiful, like iridescent kind of like wispy dragons. And their energy is this pure like energy. It's not like tangible physical fire. It's almost like highest level of fire. It's not even, it's burning so hot, it's almost like that blue, the pure
I
pure
saw them blue.
energy.
I saw
Yeah,
them being
yeah,
blue. All of them.
yeah, yeah. So it's that really, really, really cool high heat fire. So as you know, like red fire, yellow, orange is kind of the lower temperatures, right? So when you look at the center of the flame, it's the higher ratio of the spectrum of color. So yeah, it's a really, 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 really intense heat. So
And
awesome.
I felt my wings again. I felt like my wings getting like a charge. And I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
pictured them opening up.
yeah, yeah. I felt a lot of people's energy was building up in the wings. So I was like, okay, we need to bring this energy in and kind of start sweeping in and kind of like encompassing that. So that was beautiful. And so many people, I even think some other people here who have not like done any kind of sessions with me have had their wings come through. And I'm just looking for anybody whose camera's on. Patty, you got wings coming through. You got some wing. You got some, like, I see some tips there. You got something growing here. I need to
Yes.
take a look here. Well, a lot of people have started getting their wings online. Dina, you do too, actually. You've got your Almakian wings, but they're more like kind of, think like fairy kind of wings, like very like thin membrane, like very that type butterfly type. Yeah, they're definitely starting to unfurl there. But it's the same too as Charlene. And let me see, I don't see anybody else's stuff on. Did anybody else have anything come through that they want to share?
Well, the mentioning of the wings made me think of when you did start bringing in the winged beings. I mean, I just saw so many in my vision, but there were so many different ones, right? It was like some were yellow, some were blue, some were small, some were big, some were angelic, some were, yeah, I mean, it was just like a
Yeah.
whole host of variety, and it was just my whole vision was filled with them. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, and a lot of those beings were you guys. So just FYI. So Esmeralda, you popped on for a minute. Did you want to share anything? I saw you turn your camera on. Please don't be shy. This is the time to share and get it out. I mean, you might have something, you might be validating something for somebody by what you share. So don't be shy. Anybody else want to share? What about you, Tino? Did you see
I'll
anything?
share.
Oh, you share? Okay.
Yes, okay. Hello. It's Kate. Um,
Hi, Kate.
I felt immense love and lots of orbs were present of light.
Mm.
The message I channeled through was in the angelic realms, that we are all here, not by chance, we are guided by divine, and that we are to share not only our gifts, but recognize that the things that we've gone through were for a reason, and to share those stories. Sincerely remember that those are simply merely experiences. They are not, nor do they define us. They are not to inevitably harm our spirit, more so to enlighten our soul.
Mm. Beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. They're just things that happen. It is your perception of them that can change over time, right? You can look at it at the time, it could have been really horrible or, all of these lower frequency emotions. But then as you look back, you learned from it, you grew from it, and maybe you discovered something beautiful afterwards that happened. And it may be 5 years down the road, and maybe 10, maybe more, that you look back and you go, if that had never happened, this beautiful thing wouldn't have happened. So, and that's kind of the beauty of this journey, is that we're having this human experience, and all of our growth actually attributes to the collective. All of our growth attributes to source. And as source is expanding, as we're expanding, it's just ever expanding as we're like reaching around and reaching further and further into the infinite, expanding and spreading that light and spreading that love and knowledge. It all kind of goes back, That's why when you look back at something, when you've done your shadow work, you look back and you have no attachment to it at all. You're just like, yeah, that happened, I mean, I remember that there was some rough feelings associated with it, but I don't feel it now. I don't feel it now. I feel like, just like I'm looking back on something, like you're reading something in a book. There's not that kind of level of emotional attachment to it that there used to be. So that's how you know you've done really, really well with your shadow work. And all of those experiences attribute to your growth. We need those experiences. So don't ever think that, these are things that are not worth, mentioning, or worth sending love, or worth sending gratitude, because they are beautiful things that carry us forward and make up our journey and make up, who we are, not defining us, but definitely they give us the strength, and they give us the fortitude, and they give us the love, and they give us the understanding and the compassion to carry forth and carry forward. So have gratitude for that. We all chose this. We're all here exactly where we want it to be. We may not remember, but we definitely are. We're definitely exactly where we need to be. So it's beautiful. Thank you. Did anyone else want to share? Cassie, Cicely, Carolyn, don't make me call on you guys.
Diana.
Yes.
Would you like to share?
Oh, I was taken so deep that I was almost not even aware of what I was going through. It was very, very deep. I was literally, you just pulled me out like I was all, huh? What? So yeah, just a lot of letting the frequencies pour over me, and it was like a drum beat, a heartbeat of all of one. And so it was just really beautiful to, like I said, it was probably the deepest I've been in a long time in a meditation. So I was just feeling the collective heartbeat and enjoying the light language. And I saw water, the flow, the way water looks, that crystal clear blue look. I saw that. I felt the Lyrans coming in and just
Mm,
connecting with my galactic family in that way. So that was really beautiful too. Um, and I felt the dragons for sure and the ley
mhm.
lines, just connecting with Earth in her new way, her new frequency. And yeah, it was beautiful. Thank you so much. I felt like a kid
Thank
getting
you.
called on in school where I was like, huh, what?
But, I mean, it's good sometimes to step outside the comfort zone and kind of share, because again, we're all the galactic family here, and if we can't
Mhm.
share with each other, then who can we share with? This is the least judgmental place that you're going to be when it comes to spirituality. So this is the time to
I think
share.
too. I think too, it was just beautiful to know that the star seeds, the star family, we're already in this new earth reality, and we're creating these new things for the collective, and just having that kind of like taking somebody under your wing to show them these ways of utilizing frequencies or light language or just community with other star seeds to it's just being able to take them and help them out, help them see
Hmm.
something in a way that we've always seen. Because I know for me growing up as a star seed, I was too sensitive. I'm too this, I'm too that. I never fit in with, I never felt like my wings were open, to be able to shine
Hmm.
and be myself. And so now knowing that it's kind of a part of my role is to show up for other people to be able to be their authentic selves and vibrate on their true essence, because allowing other starseeds to do it, allowing other people who are human, to have a different outlook on a different perspective,
Yeah, well, showing them
tapped
that
in
they
with the
had the
energy.
way. Yeah,
Mhm.
showing them that they had the way the whole time. I always liken
Mhm.
it to like somebody's looking for their car keys, and you're looking right at the keys, and they keep walking by the keys, and you're like, the keys are right there. Like, well, they're like, where? I'm like, right there. Like, you don't see it. And then like, finally,
Mhm.
oh, there it is, but it's like they were there the whole time. And it's just, they're just walking by and not seeing it. They've been there the whole time. The new earth has always been here. It's just a matter of opening up and seeing it. All truth has already been released. Everything has already happened. It's just a matter of opening, kind of, really seeing through all of the densities, because we're multi-density, we're multi-dimensional, so we have to be able to see through that. And that's why we're starting to see things now in the physical, because the physical is not all there is. We're realizing it's no longer, we're not just physical anymore. So we're starting to see beyond. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Thank you, Mina. I appreciate you. Love you. Love everyone here. Love you, Mina.
Love you too. Love you too. Anybody else? Cassie, you want to share anything? Cicely? I'm kind of curious. Carolyn? Anybody else who hasn't
I
been?
privately messaged somebody and I'm hoping that they speak up because their guides keep coming to me. There was something beautiful. I don't know what I don't know what they went through, but I'm not going to call them out here on the forum. I'll let them, if they want to reach out and share their story. But yeah, their guides are like, can you please encourage them? This is what happens. Your guys be popping in. You can't. The truth comes out. There's no more lies, honey. This is how New Earth is going to be.
Awesome. Okay. Thanks, Cassie. Yeah, are they still in here? Are they still in the Okay. Well, if nobody else wants to share, I appreciate you so much for coming and are you going to share?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's me.
I was wondering, I almost called in you myself a little bit ago, but I was like, oh, wait.
Okay. So basically, I saw the hydras, the mermaids, the cetaceans, and the elementals, lions, avians, everybody. And there was a moment wherein I saw when you were like sealing the thing, what happened was I could see something like some sort of a rip in the ceiling. And then these beautiful elementals came and then they filled the rip and it was so beautifully covered,
Yes, yes.
I saw that
Absolutely.
moment. I was like thinking, what should I share? Should I not? I was like, yeah, and
Oh,
then
no, I love it. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you for sharing that because absolutely that was what was happening. So I'm glad that you shared that. So that's great.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. And did anybody else want to share? I think somebody just joined. I think Dharma. I'm sorry. I think you missed it. I don't know if you were in here already and you fell out. I don't think so. I think you kind of caught us at the end. But that's okay because it is recorded. I will be uploading it on YouTube so you can rewatch it. Everybody who signed up for this will actually get the link to download, and you can download it and actually keep a hard copy for yourself so you can use it anytime. And then if you miss it, it's gonna be on YouTube anyway. Like if you don't want to download it, it'll be on YouTube. So does anybody else want to share? Last chance. Okay.
The only thing I'll say is this the first meditation I've done with you, Mina, and it was pretty spectacular. So this was
Thank you. I'm glad because you definitely need to. The other ones are on YouTube, so you definitely should go back and do them because
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
pretty powerful ones. And this is a big one. This is the 3-3 portal. And if you guys aren't familiar what that means, okay, what the 3-3 portal is first of all, any number that's in the beginning of the month that's repeating is an opening. It's a portal for opening. It's a portal for beginnings, for creation. But this more than others, because it's the beginning, technically it's close to the official new year, the real new year. And so this is the true beginning of things. And this is like kind of the preparation for when you're like stepping into the created thing. So this is a really, really important one. And this is also where we really, really changed things and got things going with the first kind of all shift happily now thing back in 3/3 of 2023. So that was a really, really big one. And so this is now just a cumulation and an anniversary of all this. But this is really, really big because everybody's higher density selves were also taking place. So however many people were here today, multiply that because every life you had, your higher density self was there assisting. This was not just you guys, okay? That's why it felt so powerful. That's why it felt so much energy and why there was so much light. So all the different versions of yourself were helping. So that was really, really amazing. And that's why there were so many beings here. And we also had our galactic brothers and sisters and beings even that don't have incarnations right now that were taking place. We had so many. And so that's part of what makes this time. This energy is really what's going to propel us forward and allow kind of the creation of everything that we've been manifesting to open up. It's already here, but now it needs to be actualized. Right? Something doesn't exist until something witnesses it, right? We've created it. It's existing in the ether. And then when we step forward and we see it, it now exists in here, in the now. So, oh yeah. Yeah, definitely some releasing for sure. That definitely always happens. Yeah, it's part of the process. Sometimes that happens to me too. So
Can
I'm happy
I
to share.
say that we'd love to have all of these people in our monthly come in and start
Yes.
joining us, because this is just the tip of what we do all month long. And they should all jump in and have these activations, these conversations, this open time, this sharing time with us. We'd love to have them.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. There's a great group of people that do the mentorship program, and we meditate every single month. We also do activations and clearings twice a month, so every 2 weeks, or every, we try to do every 2 weeks. Then we also do the workshops. So that I do the workshops every month. So if you're in the mentorship program, you get all of that included. Then you're also in the Discord, where everybody does like coffee meetups. Like, this whole group gets together and they support each other. And then you can ask questions to me. We talk about things. It's family. It's like family. And it's so cool, because when we do the meditations, which are not always public, by the way, we often find that we're seeing everything the same. We're all seeing the same thing, and we're all doing the same mission, and we're actually achieving a lot. So it's pretty profound. So, and Tino, did you say you wanted to share? Let me see if I can ask to unmute, and that will help you. Do you see a button that says unmute? Okay. Okay. No worries. But yeah, so it's a great thing, and it's definitely worth it, because the workshops, by themselves are the same price as the monthly mentorship. So you get all that, and you also get previous workshops and stuff. So anyway, it's a good thing, and it's a great way to meet community and other starseeds and kind of share this journey together. So thanks for saying that, Vicky. And then hold on, I just want to see if I missed anything else, Join. But oh yeah, it's called the Max. Thanks, Toonie. I'm terrible at like advertising for myself. I send emails, but like it's only like, yeah, every so often. So if anybody didn't have anything else to share, then I guess I will close it off. Patty, did you want to share anything? Oh,
Can you send
say
out
again?
an email or something along with everything about how to sign up for our mentorship to get into our group?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we definitely need to. Yeah, I'll send you guys an email just about how to do it, and as well as a code that you can use that will give you a discount for the first month. But anyways, it's a great group, and most everybody that's in here, like, there's a lot of people that are in here that are in the group. So it's the same people you're going to see, and it really is an amazing support group. And it's really, really a validating experience, because if you're experiencing things and you feel a sense of loneliness, or especially if you're not supported in your community or your family, like nobody understands you, if you don't have that kind of connection, then it's amazing to connect with people that think like you, that see like you, that can experience and share and validate and kind of give you that resource that you need, and that love and support, because it can be a kind of isolating journey sometimes if you're not really supported in your community. So absolutely, I'll send out an email for you guys that were here in this. Yes, the recording will be emailed to everybody that is signed up. So if you actually signed up and you were, part of the sign up process, you will get the actual link to download it. And I will be uploading it to YouTube. So you'll also have access to that. It's going to be for public anyways. So, yeah, everybody will get a copy. Any questions before we go, or any last comments?
Somebody wrote in the chat about angel wings. Would we have literal?
Would we?
We have literal wings.
Yeah, so because they're etheric, you have to understand that these higher density beings that you were are higher density than you are now, right? You are physical, and you at some point, yeah, you can transcend that and lose your physicality, but really what the point is to become multidimensional beings, to compress down into these multi-layers. So how it appears to me is like if you've had multiple lives that have wings, is you can kind of see them like layers upon themselves. So it's not like they're laying on top of each other, but you can see them as you see between the different dimensions and densities. So you actually have them and you will physically feel them. But again, feel is like it's a tricky word, right? Because the sense of feeling is just controlled by your brain and the pineal gland and everything. This is all a manifestation, right? So it's like, yes, you will physically have them. You will physically feel them. You know, it's kind of in a different way. So it starts by you have like a shoulder pain maybe, or tension, or like, you know, like you feel like you have knots in your shoulder all the time. You feel like there's weight there. If you constantly carry stress in your shoulders, if you've got like any kind of issues, even lower back, because sometimes the wings come down, it depends on the type of species, you feel like tingling, especially if you feel tingling in between your shoulder blades and stuff like that. You'll feel like weight, maybe more on one side than the other, or anything like that. That is actual wings. You will be feeling that. You're feeling it in the physical, because even though they're higher density, you are multidimensional and multi-density. So you can feel them now, even if other people can't see them, although a lot of starseeds can. So you just have to like tune in and focus on it. And then as you focus on it, focus your pineal gland and focus your vision on it, you will see them come into the physical for you. So you can see what they look like, how they're shaped, what kind they are, where did they come from, all of that. So absolutely. Yep. The tingling, that is a big thing. Like I was, it feels like almost like your wings are growing. You can literally, I felt them when mine grew when I was younger. This tingling and kind of like sometimes, or anytime I'd feel like an intense emotion, like love or like, you know, the butterflies in the stomach, that same feeling, but it's like in your back. And it's like this little kind of tingling, tickling feeling. And anytime I would feel those ultimate, like higher vibrational love emotions, I would feel them like tingling and growing on my back, like unfurling. So that's kind of how it starts. So yeah.
So Mina, I've been trying to figure out what's going on, but let's say the last 4 or 5 days, maybe, my shoulders have been incredibly painful. Both of them, you know, like right there.
Like
Is
here?
that, yeah, kind of more towards the front top? Is that, does that have anything? You mentioned shoulders, so it caught my attention.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, especially when they're growing. So, you know, so it works like this. Anytime you're starting to grow them, you'll start to have growing pains, so to speak. So yeah, absolutely. You'll feel those kind of pains. Sometimes even it can go as low as your lower back, sometimes even to the sciatic, because those muscles get overstrained from compensating for carrying the weight etherically. So yeah, absolutely. And that also will happen to where when you use them, when you do a lot of energetic work, when I do a lot of energetic work, I used to have to go get massages every single week, every time I would do sessions and stuff, because I'm using them, especially with light language. And so I get tension. So you always have to make sure that when you're using them a lot, that you kind of, you know, work on getting that up, because it will, remember, the physical ailments are just physical manifestations of a spiritual problem, right? So it's just the spiritual manifesting into the physical. So it's the same with your wings. It's the same thing. It's all coming and connected down. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then they're amazing. They're amazing until they start causing you shoulder issues. You gotta go and get a massage. So yeah. All right. Well, if nobody else has any questions or comments or anything else, then memories of flying, but you have memories of flying, but no wings whatsoever, just intending and lifting off. See, it's not that you don't have. It's just, at least if you turned around, I might be able to see it a little bit better, Tino. If you want me to actually look, you're going to have to show me a bit better your back area. Can you show?
Do Antarians have wings?
Antarians do not, but I mean, let's see, what else did you have? Remind me what
The
you
Gila,
have, James.
the
What's that?
Gila and
Oh,
both
well,
Aquila
Aquila definitely has, yeah, Aquila,
and Blue
of course. Yeah,
and Blue AVX
absolutely.
too, right? Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I just say I
Absolutely.
love you guys, all you guys. You guys are all family, and just love going out to each and every one of you guys.
Yes. And thank you guys so much for showing up and kind of just stepping up and being here. You know, even if you didn't share anything, you shared your space, you shared your beautiful higher density selves, you shared your love and it was felt, and you shared your energy and your strength. And I'm so grateful that you guys heeded this call, because this is a really important one. And I have so much love and respect for you guys, and I'm sending all my love, and I'm just so excited for where we're going. And let's continue to take this energy forward. Let's continue to kind of let that light be the guiding kind of beacon that we need as we continue to be beacons for others. So just keep on, keep it on. Do not let anything get you down, because you're here. Like, we've come so far. Like, we're already here. If you guys have been with me since the beginning, look how far we've come. Look at how many things we talked about in the beginning that we were saying where it's going to happen, and it's happened. It's already here. So, you know, good job. Like, don't forget to be proud of yourself, and don't forget to, like, you know, give a pat on the back and send love and gratitude for yourself in your journey. Exactly. Because you guys are doing amazing. And I'm so grateful to be having this human experience with you guys, and here again, as we've been many lives before and will continue to be. So yeah.
The pillars of light.
Yes, the
As
pillars of
above,
light.
so below.
Yep.
Yeah.
As above, so below. So let's carry this energy forward. All my love, and we will speak soon again.
Thank you, Mina. The best to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sisters and fellow brother. I saw.
Thank you all.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. Have a good
Thank
rest of your
you,
day.
everyone.
Evening.
Much love to all of you.
Yes.
Love,
you.
love, love.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Go back to bed now.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. You guys go back to bed. Everybody go about your day. Have a good one.
Right.